Well, my 2010 TED Talk was about climate change. So climate change and pandemics are where I'm trying to help the world get good plans so we don't suffer the huge consequences.
Well, I want to thank you for your time. Thanks to Bill Gates for being our debut guest on the Beat Summit series with our.
And so I'm saying this to begin to say to everyone who are listening to us that the church of God is not in dark concerning this issue. And so it is not a time for anyone to be afraid or uncertain, because the sons of light cannot be afraid, cannot be uncertain. I will also say this. I have had a few number of people talking about this and passing all over the world information. Somebody tried to express from a scientific point of view. He mentioned G5, 5G issues or radio static issues and stuff like that, radio frequency invasion. And others have various things they are saying. Let me warn you, church, as far as I am concerned, as far as Christ Faith Tabernacle is concerned, the prophetic of the Bible is not different from the prophetic of today. If anyone can come out and say, I saw an angel of the Lord, he said X, Y, Z, then we can believe him. If anyone does not have that encounter and Jesus did not appear to anyone to tell us that for this that you are seeing, this is what it means, then anybody who speaks by their intellect. And the Bible warned the church in this end time, we should not rely on the intellect of man. The apostles of Christ before us, Jesus appeared to Paul, Jesus appeared to John in island of Patmos and showed him things that will happen. If anybody says, I have word of knowledge ministry, or I have the gift of word of knowledge or word of wisdom, where were they last year that they could not tell us about this? So anybody who cannot walk by the prophetic spirit of God exactly as in the Bible, I respect their opinion. To them, it is their sincere opinion, but they are sincerely wrong. The church of God cannot be led by anybody who uses the scientific jingoisms to try to convince us that that's what the Bible is saying. That is not what the Bible is saying.
So, very excited about that, and we've been funding mRNA for over 10 years, and now it's accelerated its development. And getting those early warning systems in, that'll improve health all over the world. So this time, I think people will pay attention. Very excited. Well, my 2010 TED Talk was about climate change. So climate change and pandemics are where I'm trying to help the world get good plans so we don't suffer the huge consequences.
Well, I want to thank you for your time. Thanks to Bill Gates for being our debut guest on the Beat Summit series with our.
Vaccine is the answer to our prayer. He said that we heal the land. How many evangelists can go around the world to be laying hands on people who have coronavirus? Number them for me. If that virus was a plague, move like that. The only thing that can do it is the vaccine. He says, if they pray, I will heal, I will forgive sin, and I will heal the land. And God had told us in this house that he will give cure. And he told us the month of October. And I was watching television this morning before I came. I was amazed to hear. They brought 4 professionals. One of them is a lawyer, because all this issue of vaccine also has to do with law, intellectual property. So I was very, very interested in the analysis of these professors of immunology. And what one of them said is that it is a mystery that medical industry was able to produce vaccine.
All means, please get the vaccination. But if you are of an age where you're thinking about having children, or you're having children, then I would take a second look at it and go with the advice of your doctor. Are we going to see in America mandated vaccination? I hope not. I truly hope we won't ever get to that point. But we need, obviously, to bring this virus under control. Terry?
No, I thought the United States would do a better job handling it. Overall, when I did the forecast in 2015, I talked about the deaths potentially being higher. So this virus could be more fatal than it is. We didn't get the worst case. But the thing that's surprised me is that the economic impact in the US and around the world has been much greater than the forecast that I made 5 years ago.